All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday. It's blitz challenge time. Hey, what's up? We're just coming down with a cold, but I'm fine. All right. What are we gonna do? Blitz challenges 5+5. Astrobate's not here. Doesn't seem right. Not right. C3. The knight on E4 is a nice piece you got there. Winning the queen. This is weird. This is kind of a weird puzzle. Wow. I don't even have candidate move. Alright, anyway, I hate puzzles, so. What's up? Is anybody out there? Black has great control of the center, but what could it be? Queen G4. Knight F4, pawn takes pawn. Oh man. This is weird. No, I'm not playing you some Prism first. It's like Schumacher. A cheesy noob. You need someone slower. Lurking out there. I'm too sleepy yet to take this challenge from some Prism. It's all about fastness. Man, this puzzle pisses me off. I'm not gonna do this. Alright. Is anybody out there? Oh, I hate being sick. I think I'm gonna do an only sleeping stream. What do you guys think? Only sleeping? Deshant chess. I don't have any games. Requirement here is to have at least 100 games, or I won't accept the challenge. I'm very picky. Antonio, what's up again? Yes. Sí. Por supuesto. I have this like harmless little cold and it's gonna turn into like freaking sinus infection or something. I really don't want to be sick for the tournament next week. It's the most harmless cold, and then last night I started to like, my nose is like gone crazy. Alright, Morales, you're bad enough, but not as bad as some Prism. I'll wake up with this game. We were talking about this yesterday. Knight F3 is the most annoying move to face. I have a head cold. It's just not that serious, but annoying. Alright. And I had to shower this morning. I had bath this morning with like menthol cold relief like stuff. It doesn't do anything. Alright. What are we gonna do? Okay, let's just play. I was playing some I was playing quick last night. Actually, When I was trying to sleep last night and I couldn't, I was playing a lot of like 5+. I even played O+5, which is a funny time control. I'm pretty good at O+5. Does that count as blitz or bullet? I feel like I could really master 0+5. I mean, I do need to play a little bit faster than I currently. And I think with the tournament coming up next week with no second time control, you know, it's very likely I'm going to be in situations where I'm down to my increment and have to play a lot of moves. So I feel like playing 0+5, it's really amazing. It's interesting. You can bank your time pretty quickly. What the hell am I doing here? This is Karo Khan. I lost against Nefridov in this variation, in my own variation. How embarrassing is that? Unbelievable. I lost to a guy who doesn't even play the Karo Khan. In a variation, I played with both colors myself. That's really embarrassing, man. I've heavily promoted this line. But now... yeah, I mean, this is main line, but there's also bishop g5. I don't normally play bishop g5. So everybody plays the Karo Khan. What the fuck, man? You know, I don't get it. Like, how does everyone play the Karo Khan? You play the Karo Khan? Nefridov plays the Karo Khan? What the heck? How does everyone who doesn't play the Karo Khan play the Karo Khan? I don't understand. You know, this is a Karo Khan pan-off. No, it's not a Grunfeld. Could it become a Grunfeld? I guess it could be. Oh, I screwed up. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe now it's a Grunfeld. I'm supposed to play Queen B3, but it's fine. I mean, this is a move too. Sarawan, Anatoly Lane. Draw. Anatoly Lane, Sarawan, of course. Yasser would have beat him with white, I'm sure. But yeah. 2002 US Championship. Sarawan with black would give away draws to some lower rated players sometimes. Respect for the old man. Bishop c4, knight b6. Now we might have a Grunfeld. It's this very well, you know, it's not only similar to the Grunfeld, it's actually similar to the c3 Sicilian as well. I know, well, the bishop b5 was like the draw between Anatoly Lane and Sarawan, but it's really wimpy. Castles, knight takes d4, knight takes d4. I had a similar training game with move 11. Do you really want to take that pawn? What? Now d5. The guy played this position with black. This is a Grunfeld now. It's an e3 Grunfeld. I mean, I've played it for both colors. Again. Do I have what? Cold again? Jesus, dude, I can't help it, man. People in my house get sick, and then I get it from them. I mean, what do I gotta do, you know? Do I have, like, immunity? Am I like Superman or something? You obviously don't have 2 children. You obviously don't have 2 children going to school, like, every day and bringing home, like, everything that... I've been sick, like... Well, last week I had a stomach virus. This is a totally different thing. I mean, 2 weeks ago I had a stomach virus, and now I have a cold. My name is Donald Trump, and I approve Will's message. I'm actually not that bad. I mean, my kids are pretty good, you know. I know a lot of people who are, like, constantly sick. Yeah, I had a stomach virus, and now it's a cold. But very different things. You know, profusely vomiting and having the sniffles are... What's up with my immunity? Unbelievable. Damn, dude. Take it easy. Don't hurt my immunity's feelings. I'm sorry. No, it was really like nothing until last night. It was like the lightest cold ever. And then all last night I was like sniffling. But I'm fine. I don't have any fever or any kind of serious symptoms. It's not like COVID or something. I feel good. I just have this runny nose thing. It's like a standard cold. But yeah, unrelated to previous stomach virus. What's up with my immunity? I have immunity, damn it. Presidential immunity. Lukács Péter. I can't remember. He had this game once. I've had this game before too, with white. I can't remember if I like pawn takes or queen takes better. Esther, but you made it. I'm glad. So, all right, queen cakes. I don't really love it, you know, but it does get my queen out. I guess this is a better developing move. Oh, either way, yes, bishop takes c3. Oh, shit. I lost the pawn. God damn it. You know, people play that. People actually play bishop takes c3 there. This is the move I was, like, concerned about, but... You probably need to know more theory than just this, you know, objectively. A little bit of theory can be harmful to your health. Damn, Morales is like an expert. Jesus. Just has no fear whatsoever. He's Mr. Material. How's that extra pawn? Tasty? Are you enjoying it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This variation is supposed to be like equal or something. Soon to be legendary GM. Yeah. I feel legendary. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, B-Jock, unfortunately. You have to get 3 GM norms, not just 1. So even if I had the tournament of my life, it's only like a third of the way there. And according to yeah, not to mention rating requirement. World Senior is really my best chance. I don't want the pawn either. I'll tell you what I do want, you know? I want your dark square bishop. No, I never crossed 2,500. My highest published rating was 2463. I definitely went over 2470 mid tournaments, but I never calculated it exactly, you know. So according to Jeff Sonas and Chess Metrics, ironically, I was 2498 peak rating. Although Chess Metrics is not official and it is considered to be somewhat dubious by some sources. Looks like a mistake. What looks like a mistake? This guy is so damn materialistic. Oh, what about Queen G5? Queen G5. Queen G5. Queen C4. Rook E6. Most people are materialistic. It's a very common diagnosis. Are you trying to play like... Are you trying to bishop takes h3 me or something? Saw that. Master saw that move. See, like, pawn isn't that important. And what are you going to do with your extra pawn anyway? Ooh, look at that F2. Look at that F2. Morales is not giving up. Nor should he. Yes, preserve the bishop. This is how we do it. B6. He did a fine B6. Wow. Ooh. Oh! God. Ooh, that hurts. Those juicy dark squares. Found another defense. Look at that geometric defense. My God, dude. Sleazy bullet player. Keeps coming. Comes the queen side. Damn, that's annoying. Oh my God. Dude, stop that. You're just annoying. Why do you want to trade rooks anyway? It's like Mr. Bullet Chess. What? Now that can't be good, Master. What? G5? G5. Holy shit. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go bang my head on the wall. We'll be right back on. Sorry, I just had to, yeah. But I am manifesting. Manifesting. Please don't do that on the stream, okay? Just... Queen c3, b3 killer. What a warm-up game. Before we go on, can we just check the opening theory? I know that this line is nothing, but I always do this. I like play bishop c4 by mistake. Although, like last Sunday, I lost to Nefedov in the main line with queen b3. So I've played extensively for both colors. So anyway, you could also try other moves here, but this is the main line. See, I mistakenly thought like bishop b5 was a normal move here, because that's what Anatoly Lane played against like Sarah wanted to get a draw, but it's really just trying to draw. I mean, this is the better move. Now it's an e3 Grunfeld, castle, castle, d5 is main line, knight a5, and then now I'm like, you know, I've played this position with both colors, but I honestly don't know. I thought h3 was the main move, and it looks like it's not. Yeah, sure. I was not materialistic. So you don't have to take on b3 right away. I mean, it's not going anywhere. But nevertheless, that is the main move. And then, yeah, I mean, okay, a takes b feels dynamic, but at the same time, like, my queen is, like, back on d1, and I thought I'd connect my rook, so I really thought, like, either move was playable for white. No, I've definitely played this in the past. This is slightly dubious. So, novelty. Look at these guys. You're not materialistic. You didn't play bishop takes c3. That's like super materialistic. Well, this is really why I guess queen takes b3 is bad. So if I play ab and you play bishop takes c3, shockingly that's still the main move. You threaten to trade queens. But the dark store weaknesses, I mean, white's dynamic here, you know, it's not better for black. So e6, though it's a very natural move, it is not been played OTB. I looked at bishop g5, I rejected it for a very stupid reason, actually. Wow. So this is the problem. Like f6 is no good. Or is it? Oh wow, you have queen e7. Check this out. Ta-da! That's important. Important variation. Sorry, I'll move the mic, guys. It's my NVIDIA drivers. NVIDIA, like, dude, I wish I had some stock in NVIDIA. Just like tripled up or something. So anyway, alright, let's go on. Sun Prism was here first. If they're still here, got all the speed demons in the house. Sun Prism, Morales, and then of course Schumacher. Room 121. Welcome. Welcome. Sorry guys, a little under the weather here, but not too bad, just this head cold. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. I mean, I would have to be like dying to not play in the tournament next week. I don't drop out of tournaments like some people. But I'm really not that sick. So now you're playing the Tartakover with black. Is that new? How does... I don't remember him playing this. There's a new opening every day. Whoa. Bishop a6. Now that I've never seen before. That's legal? Is that really a legal move? What do I do? Bishop f6 maybe? Alright, I don't mind. You played b6, you begin your queen side. I would think long and hard about this move if I were you. This is a critical moment, you know, for black there. Alright. Yeah. He recaptured. G takes was very interesting. Far be it for me to criticize thinking outside the box. King takes e2. Alright. Master, what's up? How are you? Castling queenside, you know, isn't such a crazy idea here. Although I often say, like, don't castle queenside in the Benoni. This isn't a Benoni, but it almost feels like one. Too easy for black to play c5 and go for the jugular. He could just play c5 as like a pawn sacrifice. I'm not going to play something sharp like that against someone who's faster than me and plays for time. You know? But this is a pretty boring position, honestly. But I don't know, you know, I mean, the problem with exchanging his bad bishop off is that it's all fun and games till the white squares are difficult to protect. As long as cone of silence. God bless the cone of silence. I'm just gonna like pause the sound while I blow my nose. I was fine yesterday, hardly anything. Last night it got worse. Alright. Now. Another approach would be like to play for e4, but I don't think so. What about a4? a4 is a weird move. Could be difficult to get b4 in that case. And the knight's protected. He can't play c5. No, white has a pretty solid sort of edge here. Wow. Yeah, that's an important idea. Unbelievable. I can't let his knight into b6 and c4. No, it's not allowed. Alrighty, Bob. Now what do I do? I feel like my pieces can defend laterally, like maybe some rook c2. We gotta keep b4 protected. This is coming back, Karpov. The Karpov maneuver in the Tartakover. Yeah. I missed my chances here. I misplayed the queen side. I shouldn't have let this happen, you know. This blockage makes it hard for me to do anything on the queen side. Some person plays this like he's been playing the Tartakover Queen's Gambit all his life. It's weird, man. I can't get a handle on this player. I mean, it's really pretty weird. The only thing we know about Sun Prism is that they're apparently new to OTB chess, and their only weakness seems to be endgames, which makes them a kid. And I didn't think they were a kid at first. The kid is relative. Kid is, for me, anybody like under 25. I'm so old that anybody under 25 is a kid now. Alright. The wing of chess. On the wings of love. I can't record videos or sing now in my current condition. Does it sound like Marge Simpson's sister? Marge! No, they don't sound like that. They're deeper. It's a deeper. What's the name of Marge's sisters? Flo or something? There's one like Flo. Can't remember. Important characters. Dude, you're gonna get smacked, man. No, you must be 5 years old. Why are you offering me a draw? Are you sure you're not from India? Patty and Selma. Patty. Really? Patty? Patty and Selma. Selma I kind of remember, but Patty. Patty's too... It's a little too feminine. I don't know. For some reason I thought it was Flo. Alright. For a draw? Alright. Draw. Draw this. What's the evaluation here? After h5, it's plus 1.5. 0.7. b5 is the best move, preempting me on the queen side. a4 is forced, a5 is forced. Now it's just hard to break through, but you're never better. It's a pretty standard position, I would say. I mean, bishop a6, what the heck? What is that? Yeah, the computer does exactly what it's unbelievable. This is a theoretical novelty. Dude, I mean, that's insane. There's literally 1,497 master games this position, and no one has ever played this guy's move. That, you know, it isn't that bad. That's outrageous, bro. What if we go to lichess to be a ton? A lichess is 483. 0. Unbelievable. Wing of chess. Wing of chess? Makes you want to eat chicken. Alright, Schumacher, wing of chess. Normally I take subscribers first, but not on Fridays. Fridays Schumacher has to wait. You too. Wow. That's weird. If I click U2, nothing happens. What? Oh, U2. Oh, there it is. Have fun. It's just cheesy, you know? Does anyone ever comment on that? That's a freaking holdover from the first, like, origins of lichess when it was created by this guy who barely knows how to move the pieces or something. Have fun, you too. You know what's annoying? When you play, like, anonymously and you're not logged in, you can't, like, curse people out. All you can type is, like, these, like, pre-made things. It's like Hearthstone. Are we going to talk about politics today? In the United States, in Florida, they're talking about restricting, like, social media for people under 16. Well, that's democratic. Damn, dude. All right. This is basically like a QGA. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of arbitrary. I'm not sure about bishop e3 here. Maybe it's a mistake. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Schumacher. I don't know about bishop e3. I mean, just he was a little slow with the c6 and b5, so I thought it felt aggressive. But this is probably not necessarily good. Then again, on the other hand, I mean, you know, I could have some sacrifices. Well, e2 is very passive, man. I wouldn't play that necessarily. Maybe in a specific line of the QGA. Basically, black is like a tempo down, maybe 2 down, a tempo or 2 down on a Queen's Gambit accepted type of line. This is not a good position. However, I'm not sure what I did, you know, here is really optimal. Is this rook here? I mean, it does discourage his breaks, you know. Well, what's my plan? The bishop can be attacked, and that happens in the what's it called? Semi-Slav. You're let's see. Actually, hold on a second. Where is Predrag Nikolic from? Is he? Wait, is he? He's not like Bosnian, is he? I was thinking he's he was Serbian, but yeah, I'm not sure. He used to play like with bishop e3 specialist in like putting the bishop on b3 in the semi-Tarash, semi-Slav, which is pretty unusual. You know, I mean, like going here with the bishop is usual. He's older now. I mean, he was like one of the top players in the world at one point, but that was like in my youth, you know. So I don't think he plays too much. He also might have. He maybe lives in like another European country. I'm not sure. He might like live in the Netherlands. I really don't know. But anyway, whenever I see this bishop here, I think of him. All right, so. But anyway, like, you know, he was one of the top Yugoslav players in the later days of Yugoslavia, the end of Yugoslavia. Let's see, queen b6, alright. Do I have d5? Do I really want to do that? Probably best to just develop. h3 is passive. Your passive instinct. No real Serbian would play h3 here. Uh-oh. Nedog's here. We were talking about how Serbians were psycho yesterday. I don't think they're the most psycho of Balkan people, you know. I always thought like Albanians are the most psycho. Alright. Bishop g5. They have like blood feuds and stuff. An Albanian blood feud. No, that shit goes back to, you know, the 1800s in the Balkans. Things like blood feuds. They might still exist, you know. I have a blood feud with B-Jack. Nedog, how are you doing? You had COVID, right? You're the second person I know who had COVID recently. I don't think they even test for COVID here anymore. Is it really that, you know, like, threatening now? That's insane that you got it for the first time 3 weeks ago. You've been like self-isolating for 4 years. Black just lost a piece. How do you even know if you have COVID or not in Europe? I mean, I'm like, I don't think like anybody here is getting tested. Maybe in some Western European countries. In U.S. definitely still. I definitely don't have COVID though. This is like a very standard cold that I have. Absolute classic cold. Yeah, man, I mean, I haven't had a vaccine in like 2 years. They probably don't even have any vaccines in Hungary anymore. I mean, it's crazy. The bishop is going to upgrade. Don't tell him about that. No giving away my big secrets. See, it's a Balkan thing. The bishop takes h7. Greek sacrifice. See, he prevented it, too. It's really annoying. Acerbate would probably hang a piece here with, like, pawn takes pawn. What would it, though? Pawn takes pawn, queen takes d6, f7 check. I'm sacrificing a piece there. What did I tell you yesterday, Acerbate? When you're up a piece, don't attack. Of course this Balkan thing in Greece is in the Balkans. Exactly. Greece is very important. One of the most important parts of the Balkans. I like Greek Orthodox church fare food. Or whatever. I like Greek food. Balkan burgers. Alright guys, game over. No rematch. Schumacher, Mr. Sohand is here. No, but the history of Greece is really... That's a whole, like, massive... Oh, by the way, some Greek historians were really upset because there's some movie or, like, show about Alexander the Great, and they said it was, like, horrible. Like, historically, like, absolutely a disgrace. Like, not even close to historical sort of accuracy. That's embarrassing. Alright. Mr. Slow, welcome. Sorry I have this cold, guys. I have to, like, pause the sound and blow my nose. Yesterday we had a raid from Chester's Live, Dave Pruis. I miss Jesse. I don't really know the other guys that well. I was thinking last night though, Dave Pruis raided us, and I can't remember. I can't remember my own games, and I was thinking like, man, I played Dave Pruis. We had like a short draw, but I was trying to remember where it was, and I think what happened was it was like the last round or something of some tournament. It must have been like the last round. There must have been a reason why we had like a short draw. I think it was like the last round of the US Open in Cherry Hill, New Jersey in 2002. You know, the funny thing was, I had a good tournament in that tournament. But toward the end, I had some draw where I was up 2 pawns against the guy, and it kind of wrecked my result. I would have had a really good chance at a prize if I had just beaten this guy, Karklins. And then I guess I faded off. I don't think I lost a single game in that US Open. I had a good tournament. But I'm thinking I played Pruis in the last round. This is the only place I could have possibly played him. He's younger than me, but not that young. Alright. It's funny that people I used to think of as young are like 40 now. It's really weird. Then what are you talking about? I know. The Greek festival. I love Greek festival food. I live down the street from there, you know. Remember, I lived in Cambridgeport too, for like 1 year. I don't know if you remember that. Like 2000, no, it was like 1999. I lived in Cambridgeport, and down the street from the Greek church. Actually, just a couple streets away from you, you know? Between you and Trader Joe's. This may not be clear. I went into like mindless noob mode. I went a little too far here. I mean, it's thematic, but I might have gone too far. I maybe like kind of overextended myself. I don't know. The black has played kind of strangely. Holy crap. Can you do that? Now what? I have a plan for this. Sparta FC. Come on. What are you gonna do, man? You have 2 squares to move your bishop to. Pick a square, any square. Alright, Mr. Slowhand, Nefedov are up. We've got time for some more games. I'm here until a little bit before 2. European Central Time. Or Central European Time. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, what's up? Whoa! My stream like crashed. Looks like the Riddler. Cheese Riddler. So this pawn is looking kind of shaky. But e5 is shaky as well. You know, so if I go bishop f3, it's a trade, effectively. But if I go for the other option, by the way, like I never play the advanced variation, you know, so he was surprised by this. Schumacher kind of adapts. Usually tends to kind of like be prepared for certain things, and if I'm never playing it, you know, he's not really prepared for it. Duh. But I mean, he has to be prepared for the advanced variation in general, so this is old school. Now, I don't know, maybe bishop e3 is the main line. I don't remember. I can't believe I played c3. I really deserve to be like strung up for that, man. c3, isn't he? Arsenal fan, Morales, they love this shit. But I was on autopilot. I apologize for playing c3. That move is just lame. I have to play bishop e3 here. I deserve to be drawn and quartered for playing freaking c3. Just mega lame. Alright, knight a5, as I expected. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's just your life. Just your center. Should I play b3 and let him pin me with the devastating bishop b4? Probably not a good idea. And that MCI. MCI, like the calling, like... Oh, by the way, like yesterday, like cell phone outages in the United States. There's this theory that it's possibly caused by solar flares. There were 2 huge solar flares, like in the last day. So that's, people are wondering about, you know, and obviously it could be like hackers or something, right? It didn't, but you know, that's interesting. Yeah, why would it? I don't know how solar flares work, but maybe it just affects one region, like the United States. There was nothing in the United States, nothing in Europe. I mean, no problem with cell phones in Europe. All right, I was gonna move my queen. I don't know where though. Here. I could also take on e7. Maybe I should, objectively. Okay, my king is a little bit, like, exposed. Stop exposing yourself, Nedog. Speaking of hackers. Knight takes e7 check, queen e7, queen e3. I'm a little overextended. Oh yeah, I don't know what to do. Well, I mean, this is not a surprise. Like, a lot, I mean, this has been well known for a long time that they were concerned that, scientists have always been concerned that solar activity could disrupt communications. I mean, that's a pretty basic thing. How about the moon landing? I stayed up to listen to this status of the lunar lander, but at like 1:30 my time, it had already like not really been clear what was going on with it. I'm not really a science nerd, you know, but that's interesting. Those are big pawns you got there, Sludgy. Nenag, are you a science nerd? You look like a science nerd. You seem like you're an everything nerd. You're just a nerd. Schumacher just resigned. You watched a bit live on Max HBO. Like, you could watch for free, but you have to be like a yuppie and watch on Max HBO. Okay. All right, Nefridov, where's Mr. Slow? There he is. No, I have HBO Max too. I don't watch TV. Much. Sorry, guys. Oh, we got like weird. What are we like? Why do we have like all these weird viewers? Dimension, Zulu Dawn, and Keystone Traveler. We never have like random viewers watching my games here. So I don't understand. Like, at first, the satellite or whatever it's called, the lander, they didn't have communication with it. I couldn't really get a clear explanation for what happened in the news. Like, it seemed like last night they were really pessimistic, and then now they're acting like it's all okay. It's a cover-up. Something to do with Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is behind this cover-up. And in other news, Yes, Queen A5. I have played this myself. Castle queenside. Like I said, guys, never castle queenside in the Benoni. What am I supposed to play? Like Rook D1? I can't even remember. Yeah, Hunter Biden's laptop like launched itself into space. No, wait, that was KGB. Like false information. What about knight d5? Why don't I just do that? Because I'm hanging my A pawn. Oh. Oh no. You take my A pawn. Wow. Hmm. Hunter Biden's laptop was like shot down in outer space by a Russian nuclear satellite. It's the same thing, according to Comrade, the big comrade. It's a freaking messed up world we're living in right now. Alright. You will trade queens. Mr. Slow is a King's Indian expert. I am retired from that. Guys, we're $17 away from our next week's sabbatical goal of 500. You know, by the way, like I'm supposed to play in the World Senior Team Championship in July, and the guys haven't contacted me in like 2 months. Getting a little bit worried about it. I have to start another donation goal for the World Senior Team Championship, but I don't want to do it until I know for sure that we're going to play. These guys have not been contacting me. What is going on here? Okay. That way. Wow. He's serious about this. Jeez. That's hardcore. I'm not gonna take that pawn. I don't like that knight on b4. It was in my face, you know, it was too close to my king. I had a bad feeling about the pawn sack. Knight takes e7, check, king h8. But I think this is an endgame where I can look forward to the future with a sense of relative safety. Maybe white isn't that much better here, but at least I'm not in danger necessarily. But I do have to watch this. Speaking of danger, Both of these pawns are unprotected. If bishop c5, knight d7, bishop takes c7, rook e8, bishop takes b4, I say we go for it. GM Smurfette. Are you really a GM? First question, are you really a GM? Second question, are you really a Smurfette? That's all my questions. Maybe WGM Smurfette. Who are these guys? Dimension 137 Keystone Traveler. I'm just lucky to get out of the opening like with not worse against Mr. Slow, because he really does his homework in the King's Indian. He's pretty well booked up. He studied the Gawain Jones. I have a question. What was the other player who wrote a book on the King's Indian not so long back? Okay, I'm sure Mr. Slow has Catronius, right? You got Catronius? But wasn't there like Bulagan or something? That's funny that you say about Gargamel. There's this poker player who's a friend of mine who looks exactly like Gargamel. He wears black all the time. And they'll call him the Hungarian translation of Gargamel is Hocus Poke. So we call him Hocus Poke. I mean, you know, they just... Gargamel, I guess, had no meaning in Hungarian, so they changed it to something else. Hocus Pocus or Hocus Poke, I don't remember. Okay, I never watched the Smurfs in Hungarian. I just know... just asking for a friend. I have to say that, honestly, Gargamel was probably one of my favorite characters from the Smurfs. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me evil? Because he wasn't blue. Is he the only character who wasn't blue? I mean, seriously. There was a white Smurf, right? Like Smurfette was white or whatever, but had blue legs. I don't know, man. I think just the fact that someone wasn't blue made it more attractive to me. The blue thing got kind of old. I'm like kind of a little bit old to be a Smurfs fan, but it was, you know, it was on during my later childhood. Yeah, you just couldn't really like not see the Smurfs. I want to play knight f4. But there's going to be like some kind of tactic. Can you imagine the tactics he's got here? I don't want to know, you know, about your tactics. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Mr. Slow unleashing bishop takes c4 tactic? He's not even that tactical of a player. How can this work, bro? Yeah, I know. Knight takes c4. You're down a piece here. Now I'll have 3 pieces attacked. He's just speculating? Now he's thinking? Dude, this is not a position where you think. He's thinking. Why would you be thinking here? You just sacked your bishop on c4. That answers that question. I don't get it, man. What do you mean you don't think it works? He has to try knight takes c4. I have no idea if it works or not. Oh, I forgot that Gargamel had the cat. What? Why was that so... Oh, during the NASA launch, I like raised the volume here. Oh my god. That was scary. Alright, man. He didn't pull the trigger on knight takes c4, but I think he should have. That was weird. He like hesitated. But the first element of the tactic he played instantly, and then he stops to think. It was like, what? Yeah, you gotta be careful. You can't be too careful with these people. Alright. You can have whatever you want, but not my... Just not my, my pieces. Pieces are parts. White square blockade. Oh my god. Usually Mr. Slow is real like strategic based. Not so much with the tactics. I mean, he's not bad tactically, but he doesn't like base his game on tactics. In this same-ish, I mean, there's a lot of situations where you have to like sack pawns and stuff. I mean, all right. I'm curious about the whole thing, honestly. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even think like honestly, I don't even think yeah. Got me. You got me. I don't think my rook d1 was even right, you know? I never play the same-ish anymore, and I never really played this line. Usually when I played the same-ish with white, I would only play like bishop g5. So, but I have played a lot of games with black. So ironically, my only games here are pretty much with black. I mean, I'm aware that d5 is the main move, but I didn't want to play it because it is the main move, and he knows theory. So, and castle's queenside is just risky. So that's why I played this. And now he plays book. And now I played a3, and surprisingly a3 has been played. Pop G against Toterwin. I was thinking Bologan earlier. Gleck. 2019, still playing the King's Indian. Gleck was a kind of pioneer No, it's interesting that Colin Crouch was still going as of 2013. But A3 is weak. What should I play here? I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. King F2 is a move. H4, King F2. It's hard to find a move for white, man. D5, obviously. I put myself in a situation. What's this? Knight takes D4. It's a kind of like good Marazzi for you. You basically have an improved Marazzi. And you refuse to trade queens. Yeah, I mean, you gotta trade something here. Mr. Slow was just too reluctant, just trying to keep the queens on the board or whatever, but B4 is a positional mistake. But how bad is it? And so apparently I should have taken this. I was afraid of ghosts. So after this I didn't get much. We're still equal. Wow, this is a mistake. But now, interestingly, we know that Mr. Slow is not using the engine, because the engine here says black is clearly better, but just plays. And this is why computers are so strong, honestly. They consider all possibilities, so just slow motion. You know, you don't have to sacrifice right away. Your position is too good. Central pawn on e4 be damned. Black is still clearly better. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you have outside pawns. My b2 pawn is weak. My c4 pawn is shaky. And all I have is this goddamn pawn on e4 that looks good, but you're ready to sacrifice at any moment. So after bishop e6, bishop takes c4 is double question mark. I thought it probably worked, but apparently it doesn't. There's only one line. Yeah, I mean, I thought you had to go here. So interestingly, if takes, bishop e2, rook takes f4, I'm up a piece. Oh, that I did not realize. Oh yeah, so you have to sacrifice the second piece, duh. Yeah, I can't count. Yeah, bishop takes c4 was crazy. Alright. Yeah, it's two pieces. I mean, he's sacrificing two pieces. Two pieces for the price of one. It's too much. Yeah, he went berserk. Alright. But he had a good position. He had a good position. Chinese Magnus. Pavel Nefedov. Okay, guys. I have time for one or two more games. That's it. Nefedov. Go late or go home. Oh yeah. See, I gotta be careful with my tournament coming up, because if I play the Kraken, I mean, how much are people gonna be like prepared for that? I have it very, very widely like advertised in my streams and stuff. But at the same time, you can't count on me to play that. I mean, I might just play normal openings too, you know. Are people gonna like prepare for that? I mean, normally I wouldn't play b5 early, but if you're gonna provoke me with knight c3, I will. The idea isn't necessarily to play b5 like a normal St. George, but knight c3, you know, it's probably the best move against knight c3. He's inducing b5. I mean, He's asking for it, basically. If you're gonna force me to do it, I'll do it. Essentially. I'm not bluffing about b5. So now what? Interesting. Well, it's kind of like a modern. It's a hyper-accelerated modern. I haven't played the modern yet. No, hyper-deferred modern. Hyper-delayed. I can play e5 in one go, transferring to a kind of what is essentially like a Philidor. Philidor with b5, it's a Billidor. Philidor or Billidor? Billidorm. I don't know if I can play any more games. We'll see how the time goes. Chess Nihal and Chinese Magnus. My score 0-1. Ooh, that's a scary name. Oof. Magnus is bad enough. We don't need like a Chinese Magnus. One Magnus is enough. Ooh, Bishop G5. Oh, got me. Pin it and win it. I love Bishop G5. It's the Zaitsev or Lopez. Nefedov plays the exchange variation against the Roy Lopez, so he's going to be a little uncomfortable here. Well, I guess I'm supposed to take with the pawn. Okay. Damn, Nefedov playing much bullet chess lately. He pre-moved knight c5. Why would you assume I would take with a knight? I think it's the inferior move in most cases. Alright, we do have time for another game. I think Nefedov is playing too much bullet chess. It's like pre-moving now. Well, there's a 50% chance that that's a good move. But even if even if I play knight e5, I'm not sure if you should take it. Probably. Can we look at this chess Chinese Magnus for a second here? Oof. Was this an engine or I just, Well, I guess we'll find out. If they keep playing perfect game against me, they're an engine. If they don't, they're not. It's interesting, the Benko is just not popular at all. Not a popular defense for black. Okay, guys, this is definitely my last game. Not ever, but for today. Now, bishop b7 is... That's a very rare move. I mean, this doesn't look right. That does not seem right. Could be some new idea, but I don't think so. That's kind of weird. Unclear what good this really does him. I mean, it blocks his b file. Not really going to play e6. Seems strange. There's really no benefit of putting that bishop on b7. The other possibility I can do is like a4. We're basically transposing to a normal position where black has played bishop b7 for no reason. Hello. What the hell is my computer doing? I really, I find Windows very irritating. Maybe we should switch to Linux. Does anybody here use Linux? What about you, Nedok? Is Nedok still here? He's like a computer nerd. He's an everything nerd. Does anyone here use Linux? Ubuntu. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's funny. I was just talking to someone about that yesterday. So what is Ubuntu? Is that like some kind of African word or something? I'm not sure I understand what the Ubuntu is. Okay. But it's a version of Linux. What is the point? Like, Ubuntu is a version of Linux? Okay. I like a good front end, Nedog. This is no place for talk like that. You might want to go to Amaranth or something. Wow. So, it strikes me that black is not really a knowledgeable player. Very quick. Kind of bullet-like play. Without real strategic knowledge. But, the theory of it being an engine is totally still out there. Could be like a total beginner who blunder checks his play with the computer. Now, this is a good question. Knight takes. And pawn takes gives us some counterplay. I was going to take with the pawn, but I changed my mind. Changed my mind. Okay. Basically, black doesn't know anything about the opening at all. But he's like a machine tactically. It's a little suspicious. He knows nothing about the theory. Strategically, he doesn't know what he's doing. But then, like, you know, he starts seeing every kind of tactic. And he takes a4. He's just self-taught genius. Or a computer. Seji, Mac OS uses BSD Unix. What the hell does that have to do with it? We're talking about Linux. You're a nerd. We're talking about Macs, Unix, and Linux. Now, I really don't understand what we're talking about anymore. Alright. I am officially confused. Linux is Unix. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Oh, you learn something new every day. Wow. Well, then I know Linux too. Well, I mean, back in the day, I used Unix. When they kicked me out of the computer lab for playing chess. Theoretically. I also understand BASIC. I understand BASIC. Basically, I understand. Apple Basic. Now we've got him on the run. This might be a mistake, but it might not. This is the idea that I've used, you know, in this Benko declined. You use the blocker on b5 and you seal off the queen side. And then it is what it is. Then we shift to the other side. This is last game, guys. I gotta go. And it's probably gonna last like 20 minutes. If this lasts more than 5 more minutes, I'm just gonna resign. This guy actually loses games, which is a good sign. I was just thinking about 30 years ago, my 21st birthday. I was just thinking about my damn, this guy is really annoying. Fuck. Could be a computer. It's just so impossible to say, you know. That's why ultimately, like, chess.com had to, like, surrender to Hans Niemann's lawsuit, right? At the end of the day. That's what it's about, isn't it? Like, you can't prove people are cheating. Even if it's like 99%. You can't prove in a court of law. How can you prove in a court of law without them being, like, caught on camera or something? Hans Niemann is a cheater, man. He cheated online, and I will never respect the guy in my life. But at the same time, chess.com has to, like, embrace him. You can't, you know, prove beyond an absolute doubt that the guy cheated. It's insane. This player is pretty weird, man. How do I, you know, what do I do about that knight? Maybe I should play bishop f4. Be here all day. Something too good about this player. Inconsistent, you know? Like, he had no idea what he was doing in the opening. Like, he never played the Benko in his life. Never faced desperation in his life. And then defends like God. Maybe I could go bishop f4, bishop takes e5 or something. This g4 square screws me. Bishop h6. That move should be, there should be an investigation on that move alone. Bishop h6. Who plays that move? That is a crazy move. I'm serious, that's a really crazy move. I'm going to have to allow knight g4 check at some point to get him off of e5. I'm kind of curious what happened there, you know, with that legal thing. I mean, I don't think that Chestakam had to cave. And Magnus. It's not just Chestakam. I mean, Chestakam and Magnus, whatever. They made the decision not to fight this, like, court thing with Han's accusation. It's unclear why they made that decision. You know, maybe they just thought it was better for business. Maybe they thought it would save money on legal expenses. It wasn't worth it. You know, most likely. I don't think I'm going to play this guy anymore, dude. He just seems really sketchy. Well, I don't think it's ever really been that clear if that was dropped or settled. I mean, is that public information? There's something too weird about this guy, dude. I'm not going to play him anymore. I don't think so. It's probably like Tushar or something. What's the final position? Black's better. Too weird, bro. Sorry. Nice computer. I don't think you're human. I don't think so. I think you're like trying to look kind of human, but it's not. Unfortunately, that was our last game, guys. I will talk to you later. Have a nice night, and I'll see you on Sunday for I'll see you guys on Sunday for Simul stream. Have a great one. Later, guys. Bye.